Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. I have two Kentucky straight bourbon whiskeys, and they don't have an official age statement, either one of them. Okay, now this is Cooper's Craft, introduced in 2016, but I don't think most stores got it till 2017. But this is the older label. They have an updated label. It looks slightly different. Let's see. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. They're our barrels, our bourbon. So they use barrels from Brown-Forman cooperage. This is from Louisville, Kentucky. Brown-Forman started making their own barrels in 1945. So they have their own barrel company, just like Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser beer company. Anheuser-Busch has their own glass company called Longhorn Glass in Texas. Make their own bottles. Both of these bourbons have neck tags, little promotional neck tags. It says our master coop. Oh, they talk about how they toast the barrels. They use their unique beech and birch charcoal filter finishing process. Now, they also own Jack Daniels, which is mellowed or filtered, you could say, if you're not a marketer. Mellowed through sugar maple charcoal. Are you required to use a certain type of charcoal for bourbon? No. You aren't required to do that. And it doesn't matter if you drip it through charcoal before you age it or after you age it, it's still bourbon. Okay, Evan Williams, 1783 small batch. A small batch means it's smaller than the normal amount. Evan Williams, the regular black label Evan Williams, they produce a huge amount of that, but this is a smaller amount. This current version was introduced in 2021, replaced a lower proof version. They upped it to 90 proof. It's aged 6 to 8 years. No official age statement on the bottle, but their website, if you look at the website, I'll put the link below. It's the Heaven Hill parent company website. Just go to heavenhill.com, and they talk about it being aged 6 to 8 years and being sour mash whiskey, although it doesn't say either one of those things on the bottle. But if the company is making it and they're saying it, they obviously know it. Okay, so Evan Williams, been making whiskey since 1783, right? Wrong. Yes, there was a man named Evan Williams who started apparently producing bourbon whiskey in 1783. But the Evan Williams brand, if you look at the copyright data, and even though Heaven Hill admits this, it didn't hit the market till 1955. And that is when they got the trademark. So it might have not been in the stores till a little bit later than that. But yeah, it was right around that time. So not 200 years, but more like 70 years. Okay, Herbie says hi. Hello to you, Herbie, in India. All right, so pour them up here, get it rolling. Shouldn't take too long. Let's see. Okay. I only got it wrong once so far, and that was with the Evan Williams green label of all things, the cheapest Evan Williams. And in fact, Evan Williams green label is so inexpensive, they don't even show it on their website because they're almost like they're ashamed of it. And the distribution is very rare, very limited. Like most states, you can't get the green label. I can get the green label in Louisiana, but not in this town. I was passing through Metairie, Louisiana yesterday, and I went by the store I know where to find it at, and they had it. I got a half-size bottle for $4.99. 2 halves make a whole, but I didn't want a whole bottle because I already got a half, so I figured I would just get a. I'm just going to finish this off. This cannot be used again. This is finished. Bye-bye, Cooper's Craft. You did a good job, but you're gone now. I got that bottle for $9.99 at Mathern's. Now, why was it $9.99 at Mathern's? This I do not know, but I thought it seemed unusually cheap. And when I checked the prices online, I could see Total Wine had it for like $24. So I said, $24 bourbon, $9.99. I'm game. I need a little bit more Evan Williams, 1783. Not much, just a little bit more. Jean-Pierre says, good morning, Jay. Cooper's Craft is awesome. I like it. I didn't like it at first. When I first tried it, I thought it tasted strange. I guess it was that beech and birch mellowing, but I didn't like it. But then it grew on me, so now I really like it. Now that I've started liking it, it's all gone. Vin Garu says, hi, Ron. I've seen Green Label in some stores in New York City. Oh, really? Okay, that's good to know. Now, apparently the website is saying that they're only producing liter bottles of it at this time, presently. But that shelf was full all the way to the back. Must have had 12 bottles of the plastic 375s. On the other hand, that might have been the last shipment they got, and there's no more coming. You know what I'm saying? These warehouses in Louisiana, distributor warehouses, have a lot of back stock, and those bottles could be from years ago. Look new, but you know what I'm saying? If they got them in a box and they're kept in a good area, safe, it might look brand new, but the bottle might be 10 years old. You know, it's unlikely because Evan Williams kind of has a lot of turnover, and I would think that the store I bought it gets a lot of business. There's always people in that store, and so I'm thinking they're restocking it pretty commonly. But like I say, they might sell what's on that shelf and you never see it again. I keep saying that with the Albertsons silver rum. I said, when it's gone, you're never going to see it again. And then I'll go in there, all gone. I say, oh, that's it. And then I go back there last month, got a full shelf of it, of the 375s and the 100 milliliter bottles, 200 milliliter bottles. I said, I thought this stuff was discontinued. Got a whole shelf full of it on super discount now. They had it for like it was $2.99 for a half size bottle. It's $5.98 for a full bottle of rum. $5.98. And it's pretty good, actually. Albertsons, you would think Albertsons, I never heard of that. Must be some off-brand. Well, it is an off-brand. It's not famous, not like Bacardi or Ronrico even. Ronrico used to be popular, but you see it still. You know, but Bacardi and Captain Morgan, all of that. But if you want to try some rum that's not well known and you see Albertsons, I would say try it. I've been pleased with mine. It's not amazing, certainly not bad. Okay, time to taste. These are both, I showed you, they're both the same appearance, copper color. So the appearance won't matter. You know what I mean? I'm not going to glance and say, oh, look, that's because you can't tell they're the same color, same shade of copper. And there you go. When I went to that store yesterday, they had Evan Williams. It's the second store in a week I've seen that has Evan Williams single barrel. Now, if you look on the website for Evan Williams, it says it's a Kentucky only product. Like you can only buy it in Kentucky these days. Well, I'm not in Kentucky. And there it was, brand new bottles, 2015, age 2015 to 2024, 9-year age, single barrel. It says 2015 vintage. That means they put it in the barrel in 2015. And it said they took it out the barrel March 1st, 2024. Did I buy it? No. A, I got too much bourbon as it is, and B, I didn't want to pay $37.99 for it because to me that's overpriced. It used to be $26.99. I know because somebody checked the price and they had the old price before they had changed. They had the old price in the register computer when I told her scan it for me, and later on their management went and put the new price in up to $39.99 at this store here in this town. I'm not paying $39.99 for that because it comes from a single barrel. Oh, big whoop, big whoop. It's not blended with different barrels. That might mean something to you. It definitely doesn't mean anything to me because they always taste about the same. Now, why do they blend the barrels? That's to get a consistent taste because, barrel to barrel, it'll change a little bit. This one's too sweet. That one's too dry. This one's too hot. That one's too mellow or whatever. I don't know. However, whatever parameters they examining. And then they blend it to get that template. There's like this. It needs to be in this circle. Not too much oak, sort of do the same thing with Budweiser beer. Take different barrels. What they mean is big stainless steel tanks, not barrels anymore, but they blend it all together until they get the quintessential Budweiser flavor. Now, are they going to come out with a Budweiser single tank? I wouldn't look for it. Okay. But if they did, it would be a lot more expensive than the regular, and people would buy it because it's something that they think means something. It means something. It just doesn't mean much. Blanton single barrel. They claim they're the first whiskey to ever be a single barrel retail. Okay. People run. I saw somebody yesterday buying one. Right there at that store. They had it on the counter and the lady was talking to her about it, saying something about Chinese people like this. Something like that, because the lady was Chinese and the people that own the store are from India. And I think she was saying, oh, Chinese people always want this. And they were talking about it, but I said to myself, yeah, it looked like everybody wants it, not just Chinese. But, yeah. So do I like blends? Yeah. Did I enjoy the bottle that you gave me, Sonia? Yes, I enjoyed it. Did I find it was extremely different from Buffalo Trace? No. Tasted very similar. Not exactly the same. It ain't exactly, but it sure was similar. And they had Buffalo Trace right there on the shelf, just sitting on the shelf, just sitting there. Yeah, oak. I'm going to hurry up because the news is coming and I don't want to miss it. So here's the website for Cooper's Craft today. You can see they changed the label from a blue label with cream trim. They went to a cream label with blue trim, same shade. No, maybe that blue cobalt now. But anyway, it's basically the same, more or less same label, but they got rid of the drop shadow because that's like a 90s thing. But there it is, same recipe. Then they talk about it, show a little chart where you can read about their bottle and bond, which I've not, although I have seen it around. There's the small batch, and then they go into all the detail on that and all the awards it's won, which it has won awards. It's not a joke. And how you can make cocktails with it. And both websites show the same information. How great it is, effects of the flavor and aroma and the character, and then they go into what cocktails you can make with it. So that's a common thing you see on the website. Yes, I have some bottles missing, but they're not missing. They're in the other room because I have a video coming up and I needed them for a prop. You know what I mean? Decoration for the video. And you'll see when the video comes out, you'll see why I did that. There's a reason for the season. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason for it. It's not just random. Sweet, vanilla, oak. nectar, honeysuckle nectar, some distinct wood quality, interesting wood quality, unusual wood quality, which makes me think, ding, ding, Cooper's Craft, but I'm not sure. Let's taste over here. Sweet, less wood, same amount of nectar, same amount of vanilla, sugary sweet, sugary sweet, sugary sweet, sugary sweet. Medium body, mostly dry finish, mostly dry finish. Are these very different one from another? No, the price is similar. Evan Williams, I saw that for $18.99 now. Just yesterday, 2 days ago, I mean. Cooper's Craft, like I said, $23.99. You might even find it $22.99, although it's unlikely. You're not going to find it for $9 like I did. And you're not going to find this one, $9.99. So my prices were very unusual. I got the Evan Williams for $9 even, believe it or not, plus tax, of course. $9.99. Much lower than you could ever expect to find it, and you will not find it for that. But I took advantage of it, of course. Now, which one would I prefer? Either one, I guess. But I'm thinking this is the Cooper's Craft. So on quality, it's a tie. They're both about the same price. They both taste good. Cooper's Craft because of its a little bit unusual qualities. It is. I got it right. So another win, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for another Evan Williams 1783 versus another bourbon showdown.